Hello, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some fancy hats. Some fancy miniature hats. So I just have Dandy in here to work with as a reference. Mainly I'm stealing his UV or his texture file for coloring the hats. But yeah. So the first hat we're going to make is a top hat. And I am going to use a flower for it, but I'm not going to cover how to make the flower in this video because I don't want this video to be too long and I want to be able to get through a couple of different hats. So basically I'm going to use the flower that's from the fancy flower tutorial. You can use whatever flower you want, or it doesn't even have to be a flower. You can use a symbol, a charm, or whatever you want to decorate your hat. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that that's what we're going to be doing. So let's get started. So we're going to make a little bit more than the fancy top hat. So I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to leave it at 32 vertices because it's a fancy hat. And I'm going to extrude in. I'm kidding. Oop, turn up, make sure you have that off. So we're not going to do we're not going to do this. We're not going to do like the standard hat. It's going to be a little fancier, so. Yeah. So to get started, we're actually going to do what I just done did. We're going to pull it in a little bit, and we're going to pull it up. How tall you want it, I think that's a good height. Maybe a little squat. Just extrude and pull in. So, yeah, we're going to make I lied. We're making a basic hat to start with. It's gonna change. So, to start, we're going to leave it kind of thin, because we're going to use the solidify modifier to give it some thickness. This just makes it easier to actually edit it, because then we don't have to worry about inside and outside. So yeah, you'll see. And you'll real quick want to make, select everything, normals, and recalculate outside. Just make sure everything goes in the same direction. So I'm just going to turn that down a bit, and I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to go to X-ray mode and grab these. Turn the proportional editing on. I set connected only. I'm just going to pull it down a little bit. Like this. I'm going to do the same with the top a little bit. Just pull it down a little bit. Nothing too much for the top. And for the sides, we're going to just pull it up a little bit. Just to give it a little bit more of a loopy brim. This might not be top hat accurate, but that's what we're doing. So real quick, I'm going to grab these edges. Make sure you're in edge mode when you do that. And I'm going to bevel these just to give it some support, make it less sharp. And now I can turn on the solidify. Turn the solidify on and take a look. Just go back to normals, recalculate outside. Just make sure that's all good. And then I'm just going to apply it. Apply. What is happening here? So something went wrong. And why do I suddenly sound very southern? I don't know what happened here. This did not happen last time. So real quick, we'll go back to before. We'll do cleanup, merge by distance. Okay. Something went wrong there, but merging by distance, go in mesh, cleanup, merge by distance. Just got rid of some, I guess, extroverts. So now we can apply it. There we go. And now we can go back. And all I need to do is take these and bevel these edges just a little bit. And then we're good. So I'm also going to add in a loop cut here. And loop cut here. Because now we're going to add in a subdivision surface. Shade smooth. You'll see we'll get this nice. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take this band. We're going to Shift D to duplicate it. Expand it just a little bit. We can turn off the proportional editing. Grab the top, and we can grab the bottom. Grab the bottom. And we're just going to extrude these inward. Did I grab the wrong thing? Yeah. What we can do is we can just use L to select the whole thing. Just pull it up a little bit for now. We'll move it back down. But this is just so we can grab it easier. And we're gonna extrude, pull it in. Now it's gonna disappear for a second a little bit. That's fine. We're gonna grab its edges, as you can see. If you can turn it off so you can see it better. And we're just gonna bevel these edges just a little tittle bit. Just a little bit, and increase the segments to there. And then we can take it, turn the modifier back on so you can see it's gonna look, and we can push it back down to where it belongs. Now we can't really see it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a shader to it. I'm just going to copy this one for the player character, which is a toon shader mixed with a normal shader. Kind of looks like this. So I'm going to go to UV editing, select everything, and just projection view. Because I'm not too worried about UV mapping it. You can UV map it properly. It'd probably look better. But I'm just mainly using it for colors. Also made my hat face the wrong way. Facing the wrong way hat. RZ90 and just apply rotation. So yeah, there is our little hat. So real quick, it's time to get your flower or your decoration. So I'm just gonna real quick steal that from my game files. This one. Control C. Open recent. Go back to hats. Now that you have your decoration magically acquired, I'm going to give it the shader. I'm gonna make it white. Just boop. There we go. Boop. Now I can go into modeling and just kind of work on integrating it into the hat. I'm going to put it off to the side a little bit. It is going to have some clipping, and that's okay. We're going to turn proportional editing back on, but we're going to turn the connected off. Hello, Cheese. I accidentally scared him off in my failed recording by sneezing, so he's back. So, I'm going to decrease the range. We're just going to kind of work on just adjusting the flower a little bit to get it back so it doesn't clip as much. Yeah. I might need to. Let's see. My flower has a solidify, so I'm gonna take it a little down a little bit. Try to pull it. There we go. Now real quick, I'm gonna go out and duplicate it. I'm doing this outside because the origin's in the center, so it just makes it easier to kind of like work it around the hat. So I'm just gonna make like a smaller one. See, solidify makes things easier because you don't have to worry about depth. And wrong thing. I'm gonna pull it a little closer. Pull you out a bit. Just a little bit. There we go. And voila! Real quick. Apply the subdivision surface. Wait, you didn't, that could just be me. I ignore that. Just finalize your flowers. Make sure the only thing you have on them is a subdivision. And then just join them to your hat to make one mesh. RZ180 because my hat's still facing the wrong way. Rotation. And there you go. You have your first hat. Excuse-moi. Boom. Hat. And make it tiny. And let me hide the armature. Boom. Behold your little miniature hat. Isn't it glorious? I think what I'd do is either make the hat big and just ignore the fact that it clips his head, or I would make it real big and just stick in one of his ears. Here we go. Beautiful. That's how he wears his hats, because his ears are so big. Beautiful. Nice. So that's one hat done. I'm just gonna call it Top Hat. And we can hide Top Hat now. And we're gonna hide Dandy. Our next hat is gonna be like one of those fancy sun hats. There we go. I can't draw on the computer. I can barely draw in real life. Okay. So we're gonna start again with a circle. Make it big, make it bigger. We're gonna pull it in, give plenty of room for a fancy brim. And we're just gonna start with this, and we're going to break the shape down until we have a circle. So I'm gonna start with there, add a cut, make the cut fat, add a cut, make the cut fat, add a cut, make the cut fat, add a cut, make the cut fat. And then I'm going to first of all lower the tip, and then I'm gonna grab and the tip. I'm gonna squish them down a bit, and there we go. Probably could add another cut here, make the cut fat. Just try to smooth it out a bit. It'll get better. So now that we have this, I'm going to actually pull this down a bit. Make this kind of a dip. Pull this down. Now it kind of looks funny. So we're getting a brim. And I'm gonna grab these two. Turn on the proportional editing. And that is good. Real quick, I'm actually gonna hit, I think, V, and that is just, I'm just separating these temporarily. This way, because I have it set to connected only, or when I do this, it's connected only, it's not gonna affect the dome. It's just going to affect these points on the sombrero, not the sombrero. Excuse me. Turn connected only back on. And now it should, yeah, you see it's not affecting the dome. I'll just have to realign it later. So, put that one up there, and directly across, I'm gonna put down. Or maybe I'll put this one up too. Okay, the hat's not perfectly even, but that's fine. I'm gonna probably put these down, make that fancy sun hat. And now I'm going to do the just a little. I probably could have left it. I was worried it would distort the dome too much, but now that I think about it, we should have just left it. That's fine. That is fine. What we can do is scale this out a bit, and then just use the bridge as loops. There we go. We're gonna need to smooth the hat out again around the dome. And here we are. Nice potato chip looking hat. Shade smooth. Now we're gonna also want to add a subdivision surface. Just to get a look. Do this. I'm gonna add a I hit B. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bevel here, like just to give it a little more sharpness, so the dome is a little separated from the rest of the hat. That might be too much sharpness, so bevel, a light bevel. That is good. That is good. Okay, and our dome point. Our dome point was a little pokey. Whoops, down a little bit. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. There. Just a little fine tuning. Next step is hide that Addy solidify. That looks good, and just apply it and then turn back that. Turn back your, and I'm just gonna grab the rim. Oh, make sure you're in edge mode. Grab this rim, hit the bevel, just give it a little definition. It's really tiny. Just a little bit. I think you can hold, someone told me you can hold shift to make it easier. I don't think I'll need to add a rim. That looks good. Now our next step is to make the band for this hat. So I'm gonna just shift grab this, pull out a bit. I noticed this is departed a bit. Oh, wrong one. This is, you can just pull this in a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit E and pull that in. And the same thing, E and pull that in. And then grab the edges and bevel them just ever so slightly. Give them a division. Boom, you got a band. So I'm gonna real quick do what I did with the other hat, just give it a little texture, go here. UV project from view. I'm gonna make the hat white and the band red. Beautiful. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my flowers file and I'm gonna steal another flower. I'll steal this. Control C. I don't think I made a video on how to make this one. But yeah, just get yourself another decoration. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. Gonna quick apply the same shading to this flower. Reason it looks that weird is because it was I had it stretched to fit a gradient, color gradient, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Alt G, Alt S, and now I'm gonna go in the modeling. Yep. Pull it to here and make it big. Make that a big chunky flower. Make another one. Scale it down. You're gonna need to make sure it doesn't clip. It's okay if it clips a little bit, because if you're wearing the hat, it doesn't matter. But if you don't like the clipping, you can always just do the connected proportional editing and just itty bitty nudge it, just nudge it out from under the hat. Nudge, nudge, nudge. And it should look pretty a-okay. Boom. And then you can just add it together, hit join. Sun hat, I guess. Oh, is it raining? It's raining, it's pouring. And then we can just also RZ180 apply the rotation. And now we can test it with putting it on the Dandy Man. Putting it on the Dandy Man. And I'm just real quick. Yoink. And then I can just lower them too. I'll probably push him back. Turn him like that. Because I can. And there we go. I think this hat maybe would have looked a bit better if I had actually made the dome a bit taller. I also don't wanna, and that would ruin the band. I'd have to do that manually. I also could just make it bigger. Make it bigger. Beautiful. Now it kind of looks like a really oversized cowboy hat from that angle. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do to fix that. Yes. Fix the fact that the hat is too squished. I'm going to hit L and L. So I'm just gonna select everything but the roses, and I'm going to just stretch it a bit. And that should fix it. There we go. Doesn't look as bad. It might need a little bit more stretchy. Boom. Beautiful hat on his head. It doesn't fit. There we go. Bonk. So that is our second hat. And I will, I guess, go through one more hat with you guys. So we have enough fancy hats. How about we get something a little less fancy? Circle again. This time I'm going to go up. Turn off the proportional editing first. Go up. In. And then up. Up again, in. 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 I'm gonna take this down a little bit. Pull it in. Maybe. Can you see what I'm trying to make here? Ah, it's not very well done. Scale in here if my band's too big. And just so you can kind of get a look of what I'm making, I'm going to turn the subdivision surface on. Now it just looks weird. Hit this. Gonna, real quick, bevel this edge. Just a bit. There. Support. It's a very fat beanie. It's a beanie. A beanie. And I'm going to close it at the top. And once again, I would do like a subdivision surface, or not, I mean, solidify. So many S's. Solidify. And you want to put the solidify first so you can see it. Apply. Add mesh. Normals, recalculate outside just for precaution. Now I'm gonna, right here, add a seam. Mark seam. Shade smooth. Let me bump up the smoothiness. My top is a little not super flat, so I'm going to just pull it down a little bit. Now real quick, I'm going to add in a icosphere, I think. And I'm going to duplicate it, rotate it, and then duplicate it and rotate it. This is our pom-pom. So, shade auto smooth. I'm gonna go to mesh. Just gonna make a sphere real quick. Make it big. Hide the sphere. We don't need it anymore. Or we need it, but not for this. I'm just gonna go to normal edit. Get that sphere we just made. And as you can see, it kind of made our thing round. And just hit apply. And then we don't need this. We just gave our Icosphere puffball creation spherical normals. And we can just plonk it on top. And now we can... You want to make the hat... Okay, so... Apply the subdivision. Make the hat join the puffball, because otherwise the puffball will lose its normal editing. And now we can go to shading. Apply again this. Go to texture paint. UV editing. UV projection view. Grab the hat. Actually, wait, hold up. UV unwrap. Project for me won't work because we did the seam. So invert. We can project from view the puffball. So just project from view the pom-pom. Pom-pom's gonna be white. The band is gonna be white, and the hat itself is gonna be green. I just realized that there's gonna be a band on the inside, or we need a band on the inside too. So I'm just gonna mark seam and use this to select it and move that also to white. Oh, everything's white. Okay. This is why it's important to have your so you can see. Okay. And then this, my mistake goes here. Okay, there we go. But how about this? Why do you have so weird shady glitch? Okay. Well, there's our beanie. It looks like a Christmas hat. Beanie. I think that's what you call them. I think they're called beanies. And we can just plonk it up on the little guy. This is how he wears a beanie. No. We would probably just plonk it on one ear. Like that. It's too big. It's hanging off his ear. It's beautiful. No, you would. Honestly, what I'd probably do is I'd just hide the ear, probably. Make a separate mesh for ears. Beautiful. It's great. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed making 3 hats. I'm gonna put a hat on my hat. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Please do the like and subscribe and the comment thing because I think it helps. And also, I like reading your comments, guys. Okay, bye!